Nicky Hawkins outside the London Stadium, West Ham Fan TV.
That face does it all, doesn't it?
Yeah, there's no words, is there really?
So, no, basically no. I came into the game and I was just like, I don't really see us getting a point from it. Like, I've been optimistic for the whole season, pretty much, saying, you know what, given last season, given the players that we've got so far and the quality we've got, we could nick something from any team. But given the current form of Arsenal, disregarding the Southampton result which they got last week, I was just like, they're going to tear us a new one. We're having Antonio and Cresswell out. The second they went out against Man U, I was just like, that's completely...
That death warrant, really.
Pretty much. It's literally just no creativity going forward. And I just thought, you know what, going into this game, I don't see any creativity. Payet, maybe? Nah, didn't turn up again. But I'm not going to be like a person who's going to be like, oh, Payet, why are you not performing? Because it's not really about that. It's about, I personally believe that you defend from the front. And if you're not defending from the front, i.e. Fletcher or Carroll, you've got no pressure from the top, so the defence can play out into the midfield. The midfield can then press forward into the attack. And that's what they were doing all day long. Aaron Ramsey came on. Now, if you watch Arsenal Fan TV, for example, you get all those fans going, oh, Ramsey, get out of my club. He was having fun. He literally jumped in the air and did a back heel flick to someone. Oxlade-Chamberlain doing no-look passes. It's a joke. I'm not a Bilic out person at all. I'm really not. I really think he's a great person, but I question him and his tactics.
You say you're not a Bilic out person. How long can this go on before they pull the trigger? Honestly, how long?
How long for a fan's perspective or a board's perspective? Because those are
board. I'm talking board.
Board should have happened already. Because if you're talking about the current game, there's money, and if you're a board, you are there to make money. It's a business. Football. Look at this. It's a business.
But does it not? Listen, if you're running a business, your main thing is to keep that business afloat. Look at the signings they've made in the summer. It's not keeping it afloat. It's not sustaining a decent level of football, is it?
But you've got to think about, from a business perspective, the amount of money which you're spending in comparison to how much is going to be effective. They took a chance on Fletcher, took a chance on Faguli. Now, for example, those two things could have paid off. Last season, or the season before, we've got like Payet and we've got Lanzini. Gambles. Payet was a gamble. He was 27, 28 when he came to us. Huge gamble. 10 million for a 28-year-old. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm glad we got him for that. But it's come off well. But he could have been absolutely shy. And everyone's like, what are you doing? It's always benefit of hindsight when you're a fan. You'd be like, oh, well, you should have known better. There were the signings at the end of the transfer window. I looked at and I was just like, you know what? Not awful. They're not awful. We haven't had a bad one. Now I look back at it, I was like, dreadful. Not a single one of Arbeloa, Jesus Christ. I met a guy at the gym. We were just like, don't take me wrong, met him in the sauna. We were just chilling, talking about West Ham. He's from Spain. And he was just saying, in Spain, we call him training cone.
That active.
Because you run round him for banter. Literally, like, he stood there. I've never seen a defender worse than him. Antonio, as a wing-back, is a better right-back than fucking Arbeloa. Sorry for swearing. Bloody hell, that was awful.
You don't have to apologise for swearing on this channel, mate.
That's all right then.
Yeah, I know you're used to PG, yeah, but we're not. Listen, Liverpool next week, and then there's 4 winnable games. They are crucial now. They're crucial games, because if we lose those games going into January, we are in dire straits.
So I'm going to the Liverpool game as well. Yeah. So my friend Ethan and I, we went to both Manchester games. And the first one was a lot better than the second, result-wise and also ambience-wise of the crowd. But Liverpool, I'm nervous for. Because for me, Liverpool are top quality side. Like, for me, top 3 this season, Chelsea, Arsenal and Liverpool. Those are my 3 danger sides. And when you look at how some of them are playing, yeah, I haven't got a chance in hell. We're going up there because I've never been to Liverpool. I'm going up there to sightsee. I'm not going up there well, I'm going there to support. I'm taking the piss, but I don't see anything coming from. But
you're not optimistic.
I'm not, because the thing is, what is there to be optimistic about?
After that.
Yes and no. Like, we've shown this season that it is the West Ham way to perform against teams which you shouldn't, but then excel against the teams that to perform against the teams that you shouldn't, and then completely bottle it against the teams which you should be beating. And there's no other way for me to say it, but this season we're doing the negatives of both, pretty much. There's no positives. Like I am positive. Like every single time I go to a game, I was like, you know what, fresh leaf. We're gonna draw a new blank canvas, and we're gonna just go in there and try and win it.
There needs to start being some positives sooner rather than later. Anyway, thank you very much for joining us. Thanks for stopping. Do you want to plug your channel?